tummy. And you make me sleep. I try and try. And I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. And next time we'll talk it over. And we can start again. Of static. And me, I would like it automatic. Oh, what did you think would happen next? Oh, what could it ever be? So it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. Next time, let's talk about it. Or maybe start again. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to pity you. It's true. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to talk to you. It's true. Next time we can talk about it. Or even start again. I couldn't tell you what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? I knew you were low, man. But the truth is, I was shocked.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're facing a tough environment to tip off their new season. On the road, they'll have a lot to contend with as they try to go after win number one. They'll need all of that energy and excitement they can muster to cut through the noise of this crowd. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning of the season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Horford is out there with Duncan. Then there's Teague. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Griffin in at the 3 slot.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Shot is off. Excellent D there from Anthony. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog. Just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
Now here's Duncan. Dishes it to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. He faded back on that one to give himself some room. Griffin's got his second basket of the game.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark. And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach its true potential over the course of the regular season. And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Thompson dishes to Towns. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
He'd have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Horford kicks to Butler. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Pass to Thompson. The 3 from Anthony. And good on the basket. Book it. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Now Horford. Teague inside the line. That one wide left.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now Butler after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Duncan with it. Picked up by Thompson. Left side Butler. Passes it to Horford. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Teague against Conley. Teague, the pass to Butler. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It would be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Now here's Anthony after the miss from Tim Duncan. Towns dishes to Aldridge. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And checking out the stats for Duncan, coming off a terrific season, came in about 14 points per, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
You know, his willingness to bang down low, move opponents off the block, those are valuable contributions.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Out to the right wing. Towns kicks to Anthony. Feeds it to Towns. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
He'd have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Griffin inside, covered by Anthony. Towns with the steal. Anthony can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Pretty passes. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
To the inside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
It's Thompson off the drive, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Trailing by 2 to the left side wing. Conley with a wide open look. Off target with the open look. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of...
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad, Tommy, in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Conley out there with Thompson. Then it's Anthony. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Towns in at the center position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. That gives them the lead. That's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony. The Heat trail by 3. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year, Greg, I think, you know, he probably is one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
Griffin passes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his third assist on the night. Conley kicks to Thompson. Lets it go from deep, and another three from Anthony. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Griffin kicks to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Teague dishes to Duncan. And it's good.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Conley the pass to Aldridge. Towns kicks to Thompson. And the Thunder another three.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Horford no luck.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long. They are starting to become synonymous.
Thompson dishes to Conley. Throws it up high, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Anthony kicks to Thompson. Rejected by Teague. Pass to Griffin. Will it go? And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to it.
Deep 2 from Anthony, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Horford.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Teague left side. 3-pointer, Butler. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists tonight. The Thunder leading by 8. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game. Terrific mid-range game. This shot makes that even deadlier. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Conley against Teague. Aldridge bounces high off the rim and drops. Aldridge has got his first points of the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the wide open shot from Duncan from outside off the mark.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here. They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
Horford kicks to Duncan. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Conley gets the bucket.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
And it's Conley penetrating back to Aldridge. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. And so that's the end of the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. A stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and that's it for halftime, as the second half is just...
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Horford. Duncan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Teague, and it's Butler in at the shooting guard position. And the dunk by Towns.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Here's Griffin. The shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
And so here is Oklahoma City. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Here's Towns, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of...
Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Wasted no time on that one. Towns has got 14 points for the game.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Horford kicks to Teague. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Miami no good on that time either.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Teague, the pass to Duncan. And stolen by Aldridge. And here come the Thunder again. Oklahoma City with a fast break.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And it's Duncan penetrating, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning. I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got his 4th assist in this one. Conley with it. Picked up by Teague. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Conley. inside, and the dunk by Aldridge.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Teague.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. Hey, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
And here is Conley. 8 points for him. Out to Thompson. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. They've got Green. Jennings out there with Oladipo. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Monroe in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The Thunder shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Jefferson, a screen on Teague. Jumper off the screen. Jefferson kicks to Jennings. Here's Green, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Green's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Thunder. Duncan with it. Now Monroe defending. Here's Teague. Outside Butler. Teague dishes to Horford. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Teague, the pass to Horford. Duncan, a screen. From deep. Horford, no luck. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Utah Jazz. The drive by Green. Out to Monroe. Teague against Jennings. Another shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
And Duncan throws it down.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
It's stolen by Duncan. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Rips down the breakaway slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
On its way from Oladipo for two. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Rebound by Jeff Green.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And Oladipo kicks to Jefferson. Butler with the steal. And there's the pass to Duncan. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Griffith, and he jams it with authority.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Duncan with it. Now Green defending. There's the triple. The rebound by Jeff Green. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo goes in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Oklahoma City.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Performance it was for Thompson. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're in front by 29. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Ricky Rubio checked in for Brandon Jennings. And Miami with a change here, too. J.J. Redick's checked in for Butler. Jefferson's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Monroe. Power down with both hands.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And Rubio kicks to Jefferson. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
So,
Carmelo, we have a question from
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. scrap with my dogs, rap with my dogs, cat with my dogs, fly with me in the land, Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run, even if a young sucker wanna pull them. Even if a young sucker wanna meet the sun, we gon' rap to the death where the roots is from. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. You won't live with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks, we gotta ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Heat in Miami. Looking at Miami, they've got what only half of the teams in the NBA get to enjoy, and that's opening the season on your home floor. The fans are ready to give them all the support they need to go after their first win of the season. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. And by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Paul Millsap. Derrick Rose is out there at DeRozan. And it's Durant, and it's Cousins in at the center, filling out the middle. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just bad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. But he settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Over in the corner, Cousins. Rose against Butler. It's stolen by Rose. And DeRozan. Here we go. Dishes it to Cousins. Rose kicks to Millsap. Griffin with the steal. Here's Butler. And he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this?
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, it's interesting. It really had been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the media up until last season. And then at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
Durant's comments during the All-Star break about the media, he might have been right with some of his comments. I don't know, though, that he really was happy that they came out the way they did.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he made it clear that he doesn't view the media as all that friendly, though.
Outside for Griffin for the 3. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Millsap. And here comes the break. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. DeRozan's got 5 points so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. They get it back. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Duncan kicks to Griffin. Back to Duncan. And Duncan gets double-teamed. And stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's DeRozan. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, but instead, it's back even.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Duncan kicks to Horford. And Butler, here we go. And that one is stuffed right through.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here is Rose. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Durant. 3-pointer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Durant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. The reward with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
And the shot is good. The Heat have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Griffin goes in. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Outside Durant, 3-pointer. The shot no good. And it's Miami the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler kicks to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Clippers. DeRozan passes to Cousins. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Millsap a screen with 2 seconds left. And then Cousins with the dunk. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that
comes from me being 8 years old.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
They've got Griffin, Duncan out there with Horford. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Butler in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And the dunk by Horford.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And Miami making a change here. Teague's checked in. Here's Cousins. It's Durant on the wing. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And it's slammed in by Teague.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field part for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
Durant attacking. Here's Wiggins. Good work defensively by Horford.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Wiggins kicks to Lopez. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Rose attacking. Durant wide open. He fires. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Here's Horford. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
And it's Rose penetrating outside for Durant. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Clippers third.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line. And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Clippers in the lead. Down low. That's tipped. It's stolen by Duncan. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Horford. And it's 9 points for Teague. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Butler kicks to Teague. The kick outside to Butler. Now the dish to Griffin. From the arc. And it's Butler missing. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Lopez. Durant for 3. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance. A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Rose gets to Durant. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20 and 21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans loved them all the same.
Rose dishes to Durant. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Durant's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. The kick outside to Butler. The quick look, no good that time.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Horford kicks to Butler. Rose with the block. They retain possession. To the inside. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Seven seconds left in the second quarter. 3 seconds left. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And so it's...
Kevin, I have Derek.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Durant is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Rose. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Wiggins in at the 2.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Horford against Lopez. The kick out to T. Shot clock at 5. Here's Griffin. Lopez with the block. Rose passes to Durant. It's hauled in by Duncan. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, As we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Durant dishes to Lopez, and that is good. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Pass to Teague. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Durant against Griffin. To the wing right side. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
From deep, Rose. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Rose gets a hand up. Durant against Butler. Hangs in the air, and it's laid in by Rose. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
It's deflected and stolen by Cousins. Pushing it up. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. Left side Butler. It's stolen by Rose. To the middle. Here's Durant. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The kick out to Rose. Fires for 3. Shot's good by Durant. Durant's got 25 points.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Parsons checked in for Tim Duncan. Here's Teague. Takes a big height bouncing, goes in. Teague's got 11.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Wiggins kicks to Lopez. And again, Kevin Durant. And the Clippers lead by 19.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Rose with 1 on the clock, and the nice bucket inside from Lopez. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Los Angeles leading by 19. Teague out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Horford in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on. And Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Parsons passes to Griffin. Boom, he chips it straight down.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it? Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game. And he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
And it's Rose penetrating for three. Durant. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 34 points for Kevin Durant.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Teague with a clean look. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins. No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. He saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce. And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Horford with it, guarded now by Durant. They double-team Griffin. Here's Butler. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. Clippers leading by 21. Fires from deep. The pass to Wiggins. Durant in the corner, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
T kicks to Butler. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They get the rebound. Knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Good on the 13-footer.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
And that one's good.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here's Parsons, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pass to Rose. Back to Durant. And that one comes up a bit short.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Now the feed to Butler. Horford kicks to Griffin. Right side Teague. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles leading by 22.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Kevin Durant. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside comes in for Al Horford. And it's Duncan in for Chandler Parsons. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Noel's checked in for Cousins. Millsap comes in for Brook Lopez. Allen's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Kemba Walker in for Derrick Rose. That's good from Durant. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Griffin. Miami no good on that time either.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
Feeds it to Butler. He kicks it to Duncan. And Teague, here we go. Oh!
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Here's Griffin. So the Clippers winning this one easily to come into an...
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's scoring up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.